Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Pretty much whatever you want here. You can put the Tam Kench in bot side. You can pick up your counter pick top. That's exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to go with the Gnar for Bin. So good heavy team fight engage. This honestly could be a game where 5 kills go the way of Suning and that ends the game. That's how I could see. Are chasing those playoff push, those playoff placements, those higher moves. And we look at the playoffs itself. I might have to stop myself very shortly, but I don't think they're going to be able to get anything from this. We do see the Heartbreaker immediately used to grind back away, but now Uniboy caught between a rock and a Lee Sin as he goes in, gets kicked back, gold card down, no flash, nowhere to go. There's the Sonic Wave forcing the flash from PZX, and that is enough to get them the first move into a double elimination from the top 4. So where you are at the end of the season is incredible.
Like little
booties. Oh, so cute.
Jess, because she looked like Jess from Postman Pat.
Oh, nice.
And then this is a real zinger. Fluffy, because he was fluffy.
Well, speaking of fluff, we're going to finish with the fluff right now and go straight into this team fight that has just sparked up. They are done with hearing about cats, and V5, they'll get themselves back over with the realm up, but only to see certain death for Reheal. We can see Bin, not even Mega right now, using the mini Gnar to his absolute fullest advantage. They flash forward, gold card, Angel picks himself up one more, and this game is now an inch a minute, so you're kind of like just waiting for it to slowly keep pushing down, and there's no escape, there's no rooms, there's no doors out of it. You're just accepting that it's dead.
It's raining. There's a severe leak in the roof. You're not in a position to repair it. It's just like, okay, I guess this is happening.
Yeah.
Jungle, I can farm everything, and so he's just kind of enjoyed that. Angel running with the Ghost Cleanse special thanks to Spellbook. Oh, they found SFM. They got a kill.
That's it. They did it, ladies and gentlemen. They've gotten a kill down.
Even though they want to contest this, Baron starred. Remember, they can't smite steal this.
They are looking for the fight. They are looking for the fight. They know there is a debuff with the Baron buff as well, so you have to use a smite. SOFM had to use his smite. He gets knocked up. The 6th man of the Baron trying to help out V5 and the Faithful. As we can see, Reheal forced the flash over the wall. Bin about to go Mega, looking for an opportunity. It's 2v2 though, as Hwanfeng and SOFM go up against Allies and Uniboy, but here comes On. This is a very, very scrappy fight as V5 are holding on, trying their very, very best, and now Reheal will go down, but he will soak up so much time and resources, but a double kill for Bin means that V5 have no way of contesting.
2 spites and a Callista end. It's more than impossible to ever steal this. They had to contest early. They go in, and we see Bin kind of just do everything in this fight. Chases down the bot lane, ends up killing Reheal with the ultimate, and then after that, able to take down Kepler as well. It does have the flash available, but I think he just runs him down with the
He is not going to be pumping out damage. The Callista very, very short range as well, and it becomes very difficult to actually kill off this Mundo, who has got a massive amount of HP and armor. And now, with Suning separated, they're looking to try and find people out. They're going to use the Destiny as On gets the Fate's Call out of the flashing Hwanfeng, and that's going to be Angel finding a kill maybe on the backside of this, but he's not able to take down Kepler. Kepler trying to see if he can keep running away, throwing out this DPS as much as he possibly can. V5, they're almost getting pinched down. The kick is great from SOFM. Gets himself right on top and picks up the first kill of this fight. Now they can turn on to Allies. But speaking of turning on, Bin jumps in, picks up one more, and finally Suning find the trigger on the smoking gun and fire it. They will take the clean 8, and they could look to break open the base.
Highlight of this game for me, that was beautiful. V5, I actually really like their attempt.
They get Inferno Bomb to try and even attempt to steal this one there. You could maybe look towards that, but everything to look forward to as Suning now put that full power right at their front door.
But yeah, it's just, the thing is, this 1-3-1 is very difficult to deal with. Suning's super far ahead, and they're just able to push the Baron minions in, and V5, they want to be grouped to try and find a 5v5, but, if they don't kill someone from Suning very quickly, which is very hard when you have, like, the Tom Kench there and available.
Here we go.
That realm will pin.
Oh, nicely done. Flashing forward, stopping the Destiny Gate, but the TP's going to be committed. You can see Angel flashing in towards the base. Now Bin is here. Doesn't have his Mega just yet, but they're just too far ahead. They're smashing them with their wallets and their smites right now as SOFM goes deep, trying to see if he can catch out Kepler, and Reheal will be able to help his team pick up some more kills. And in a much longer than anticipated game, you can see Huanfeng, he wants it. He knows he can go for it. He's just trying to kite around on the bottom side. Has so much attack speed right now with the Hail of Blades, and they're going to be able to take the Nexus turrets. The Nexus falls, and that was a game of League of Legends Orcs.
Yeah, really, and that's kind of the limitation I'm seeing. We do see that Rise in the mid lane. Angel's pretty confident he'll just have a fairly chill lane where you can just find
off team fights to put a priority carry down, and that is what you have to take the risk for. And speaking of risk, Bin gonna get jumped on here. There's no flash here for Bin, and he's gonna be pretty much dead to rights. They're gonna give that one up to PZX, so a much better start for the V5 jungler. Making sure you got something here, and this might be a bit dangerous now for the Suning bot side. PZX, he's got one kill. Maybe he's looking for more of the heal. Immediately comes out, flash for flash on the supports. Flash in there, and On has nowhere to go. The concussive blows is good enough to keep him locked in place. Kepler gets a kill.
His solo lane is more so having the strength there, and I think it's the right call on his Xin Zhao. Obviously, you have this a pretty easy lane to gank in the Gwen with no flash.
And I love the respect that V5 gave as well. They backed out of the pit as soon as they recognized someone was around. They didn't have full information of where the mid support were, so they give themselves an opportunity as SOFM might be in a little bit of trouble. They're going to force the kill or the kick out of him, and they can jump straight in onto this bot side, but it is a trade of 1-for-1 now. V5 with Reheal and PZX. Uniboy could get this one off. They're going to go towards this top side. You can see the Realm Warp coming in. I don't think Allies is really aware or ready for this particular play. They're going to try and lock him down underneath his turret. It's going to be the Rise who tanks up at that particular start, and they do get themselves that first kill, and the Dragon hasn't been started, so they get that for free.
Yeah, essentially just take that opportunity. Angel doing a nice give Bin some alone time, and he manages to get 3 plates in total in the top lane, so don't do anything. They will just get punished from the fact that they're over grouping here.
Yeah, there's still 10 seconds till that objective spawns. You can see V5, they're pushing Suning down into this bot side, but they're not gaining anything from it. And we can see PZX goes in. Huanfeng is now here with his team, but a good kick there from SOFM, just try to keep him alive, but can he get away? His flash is good. You can see PZX almost gets him away, but not quite, and SOFM will survive. Huanfeng will pick up the enemy jungler who just went a bit too deep, and now you can't even contest.
They group very early for these objectives and kind of don't really think too much about their side waves. And as a result, they end up losing a lot of farm, but now the fight is starting to kick off.
That's a 3-man Graviton with the Moonlight Vigil that puts up SOFM for a perfect start to this fight. V5 in full retreat. They use so much to try and get it going. The exhaust, though, onto Bin, stops him and kills him right underneath the tower. But there's lack of side wave acknowledgement here from V5, and they are just falling behind passively purely because they're not able to pick up these waves.
Pushing for them. V5 are going to group up in response, and timing's a little bit better. It's not like they group too early. Ooh, great ward to stop that lantern, actually.
Fantastic one there. That's forced the flash out. There's going to be the Moonlight Vigil peppering a little bit of damage onto Uni Boys. We can now see the re-engage coming in from Suning. Bin onto the back line, trying to see if he can do much more with this, but he's just too deep, and he hasn't got himself a stopwatch to protect himself. Now Angel is here, and Angel can be the machine gun Rise, but there's 2 kills onto the Aphelios going down. That's V5 now finally getting some purchase with this death ball.
If you slow play this, it's more farm missed by V5, but instead Bin tries to force the engage, gets blown up, but then in the recurring fight, V5 able to chase you down, and they have so much low health bars now for Bin, but he is just going to be able to heal up a little bit. You can see that once more trying to start this off, but you can see they're not really committing. It's a very slow Baron right now. On, I think he's just dead.
I think On is dead. He has no flash to get himself out of here, and that is going to be the support taken. Losing your flashes, you're not really gaining more from just going back to this.
They just can't leave it, though. They have to keep contesting in these situations. Oh, engage comes in.
There we go. Flash in onto Huanfeng. He is the target. He is dead. V5 find the fight by forcing the Baron, but now Bin, with no exhaust onto him, can rip through these health bars. He's trying his very, very best, and it's going to be Xin Zhao with 2 kills now. 2v5. These health bars are low, but I do not think they are low enough. They're going to be able to use the Realm Warp to get everybody out.
It is once more just a repeat of this. And V5, they know what they want. They want to fight, and they keep forcing this Baron again and again and again.
They keep going for it. There's a hook, though, and that's going to be PZX taking a lot of poke damage. And as soon as he spawns, On goes back down. He is no longer on. He is off Braum now. But speaking of On, it's going to be Gwen, not quite able to get it all done. Almost finding the kills they needed, and eventually at
finding picks on a Suning, and they just repeat it until eventually they're able to get that Baron. Now, Baron buff, they're looking like this could be one they could take all the way.
Honestly, and this is just a really, really good game coming in here from V5. Very much putting themselves into a good position, but the side lanes are such an unbelievable crutch for them right now. They are just not dealing with them.
Here.
Yeah, just slow rotation here from Suning means their base is cracked open. We do see now maybe a potential 5v5 as the inhibitor has been taken down. They jump in, but I don't think that was the correct call from Suning. They are going to use the Zhonya's as a little bit of a bait. They do have the Crescent Strike there to try and just mitigate a lot of this poke damage, but look at Angel on this rise, just prodding them, hurting them back in a way. He knows if he pushed it in, used the Realm Warp, but is now a part of this fight. TP going to be committed here, so this is going to be a 5v5 for Dragon Soul. Can they get the steal here on Suning? They will not. Dragon Soul taken now by the side of V5, and they can look for the fight. They've used the Fisher to try and see if they can knock anybody up on their full retreat. Bin gets himself caught up a little bit by the concussive blows. No flash for him just yet, but you gotta be careful of the Aphelios and Rise just pumping damage on the side. Again, we're waiting to see how V5 can transition this towards a Baron pit, because Suning, they're feeling strong and they're going to continue to keep pushing in. There's a good hook, though, that lands onto PZX. He's going to be taken down just before this Baron, and now you can see V5 have to run away. They cannot take this. They are now at a disadvantage for V5.
And Suning can kind of just brute force at this point. Just they're so strong in these fights. The damage is there. Bin.
Baron gold. They do not want the side of V5 to have this. Kepler is here, and oh no, he got behind him. He has to flash away, but they'll take the Braum as a consolation prize. Wanfam picks that one up. A nice stopwatch here from SOFM means that he will not go down. They do hit the cleanse and the flash out of Kepler. He can just about keep himself alive. Before this fight goes on, Wanfang has both his summoners. Kepler is just missing his cleanse and his flash right now. He should have his cleanse up very soon. Baron, 6,000 HP, but V5 don't want the Baron. They want the fight. They're going to jump straight in on top of the Rise, and the Rise is dead. Wanfang, though, trying to pump out the DPS as he goes forward. There's going to be Bin going golden to keep himself alive. He gets exhausted and taken down. It is a 3 for nothing right now, but this Aphelios is still huge, but the concussive blows gives him a concussion and gets him out. V5 do enough in the fight, and V5 are going to burn.
But they managed to find it, and it's just this endless forcing, group up, use the karma, run them down, and they managed to find Angel in the critical fight to close out this game.
V5 are not dead yet in this series. They will equal it up after a blunder in game 1 to a fantastic early to mid game in game 2, and will take
so solo lane matchups. PZX going to come out with a Zac, though, in this situation. Honestly, I like this in this situation. It's really good into the Zoe because she just can't find...
on this. Triple bubble does not land, but in the bot side, we do see another engage in. It's going to be the commitment of the ignite and the heal, but On has a lot more, or a lot less health, I should say, as Kepler picks up first. Dominus was popped. PZX not quite level 6 yet, so doesn't have the Let's Bounce, as we see SOFM while that gank was happening. Top side, definitely still in a positive position, as PZX thinks he might be in a position to be able to get the re-gank down. He's going to be able to jump in, but there's SOFM. This is going to be a straight up 2v2, but you do not win this one here. Suning reading the V5.
They're going to start on the Herald, and you can already see the supporter moving up. This is going to be a numbers advantage for the side of Suning, but they're trying to gank Bin to try and turn things in their favor.
They are trying to gank Bin to get him all set up and ready to go. He will get knocked back and will end up dying. It is PZX who picks up that kill. While that's been happening, the Rift...
The Herald in the pocket of Suning. There's still pressure being applied bot. V5 need to kind of dissuade this momentum here, and actually they're looking for SOFM.
SOFM in a little bit of trouble, forced to use a Dragon's Rage kick. You can see Uniboy trying to come in. He steals away the only sick of his leasing kick of his own, and now V5 they trade 1 for 1. It's top laner for top laner. It's still a very close fight, though, as we can see the Zac jumping in, still has the cell division, gonna go golden to keep himself alive just a little bit longer. You can see Angel now with a stolen Zhonya's keeps himself there. SOFM feeling confident to go back in with the Gore Drinker, and they will find the 3 kills. SOFM played that.
That's making a massive difference here.
Yeah, just being able to delay everything, landing it in. You see SOFM going in to get the little bit of extra light
in that game too, when they had sort of a prior bot lane, they didn't really play around it, and it was V5 who struck first, whereas CS Tuning are really capitalizing on this advantage. The fight breaking out as well.
Bit of a fight going in here. The dragon is going to be secured before any of this does end up happening up, as Bin TP's in, flashes away, trying to see if he can take down Kepler right now. They have Juan Fong here. He does not have the rent damage just yet, but you can see there SOFM on the backside. Kepler needs to be so careful. They are going to chuck in with the Fate's Call and the Lee Sin on the back end of this fight. This dominance. Renekton will fall, and Suning, what looked a little bit pushing in relentlessly, denying CS. He's got a 45 CS lead.
You can just force a fight, and Huang Fong, it's scary with the Calista. If you get dove on in these situations, it can really put you in the hole.
It really can. And now Suning going to be able to finally take down that tier 2 in the...
Realistically, Zoe likes to keep people at a distance. If you have killed the Calista, if you're running at her, it's not an ideal scenario. But Suning, they're not hesitating. They have
help bar, they cannot defend.
Yeah, they just have to back up completely in this situation. And as a result, they get that tier 2 top lane. They're now taking down all of those outer towers outside of the base. And feeling really confident to start off the Baron. They are so far ahead, they can look this. Oh, and Uniboy's just caught out.
Uniboy went in, but I don't know if that was the play. He has to flash away. They all jump in and flash back after him, but now Allies is just in a wrong position at the wrong time. He has to try and get himself away. He flashes, but double flash from Angel means that the trouble bubble will land. He will fall, and this is all Suning all the time. They can get the Baron, the Soul, anything. The world is their oyster.
Having this Cloud Soul actually gives you that extra movement to sort of navigate around fights and avoid these engages from V5.
Not only that, but does give you, of course, the ability haste on your ultimate.
We expected for the series. We expected this level of domination, and right now, do you see them starting up the Baron once again? A true shot will connect on all 3 carries, but V5, 10,000 gold down. This is a hard fight to take.
This is a very hard fight to take, as we can see now the quickness used to try and jump onto this Renekton. He gets kicked back as well, has the dominance to keep himself up and alive, and the Gore Drinker, so this is still a lot used here onto the very tanky Renekton, and he stays alive in this fight. We are going to see the Fate's Call used as Angel goes golden to stop the knockup, and now V5 are separated. Now they have no real way of fighting this, and 3v5. I feel like the V5 got to back away. Suning took everything. With the amount of Ren stacks they're going to have in that Baron right now, we can see Juan Fong is putting himself over. It should be an easy smack down in game 2, and now they are knocking on the door in game 3, looking, poking, prodding, and this is where something like a Jace Zoe has so much power. You're putting out Paddle Stars, you're putting out Shock Blast. There's just not a lot that V5 can do to defend against it.
Yeah, they have to start a fight at some point. They have to find an angle in, but it's very difficult. There's flashes for Angel, Bin, and Huang Fong, and because of those are up, it just means the Zac engage is so limited. Alias just gets chunked so much by this Calista.
He just cannot do anything. Tried to go in, but the recon quickness was enough. Oh, Kepler. He has to go straight back to base, and you got Top Wave pushing in as well. This could just be all 3 inhibitors being taken right here, right now, but with the Redemption coming down, this could be the game right here, right now. The stolen quickness has been used, and then goes golden on absolutely nothing. Uniboy is the first to fall to the skies and back to your base, as everyone from V5 is just coerced back onto their fountain. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, no hope in hell, and they will continue to search for their first win in the LPL season. They will lose 2-1 to Suning, and Suning will be wiping a little bit of sweat off their brow.
Yeah, definitely not the cleanest series, but they do manage to take it in the end. It's the, I guess we'll say, expected result. Credit to V5, they take a game which